Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Courtney Chester from the Martin Center. Brand new CEO there, executive director, the person in charge. She's the head honcho. We'll call you that. And Courtney, there's so many programs that take place. There's so many services that I think it's mind-blowing. Every time I go, I didn't even know they did this. So tell me some of the things we'll find taking place there.
So I just had a portfolio of overviews put together. So I'm trying to think of them all because there's quite a few. So we have middle school night on Mondays, high school nights Tuesdays, Wednesdays is the adult night. Thursdays we do a basketball league. And then, of course, Sunday is church. We have Beautiful Weirdos, which is a girls group. Ages 8 to 17. They'll be starting in August on Saturdays. We have Word Women, which is like a women's Bible study on Wednesday nights. What else? And they also work out on Wednesdays.
Is that the hip-hop class?
No, we had that for a while, and it's no more. But so on Wednesdays, they work out. There's a professional trainer that does a session, and then they sit down for a word.
Nice. There's a recording studio in there that is top of the line.
Yeah, and that's on my list right now, is to try to find some sort of programming for the dance studio and the music studio. So that is on my list.
There's sometimes not everybody plays basketball. That was one thing that definitely opened the door that kids started coming. But not everybody plays basketball.
Right.
What do you have for maybe somebody that their skill set is somewhere else?
Well, I think that's where we need to start implementing stuff, because right now for boys, right now it is pretty much basketball. But we have a person, Daryl Owens, who he just started a school at the Martin Center, Crossover Academy. And so he's really good about working with some of those kids who may not be interested in basketball. So he's a good mentor in the building. And then we have Jason from Pathways. So he's there Monday through Wednesday, and they just offer so many different services for the people we serve. So counseling and just various resources. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of what else.
Well, there's always so many things. Help with homework, job training.
Yeah, so there's always something. And we have been talking to Lori Mullane, who is from United Way. And so she wants to do something with college-age kids.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be really nice, like whether it's ACT readiness or just help with college papers, whatever. So that's in the works as well. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming. So I'm excited.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm so impressed with how much you've got your finger on the pulse of all of it going on, because you're brand new.
Yeah, I celebrated my first month last weekend. So.
Well, awfully good. You're already a good representative of everything going on. Tell me about the kids themselves that come to the Martin Center.
The kids, they're amazing. So there's been some who are like so much older now from when it first opened. And so they're true leaders. So a lot of them help with basketball nights and do different things around the building. Or if I need something moved, they're so polite about helping me with that. And then on Tuesday when I popped in, I seen like a handful of girls who were just kind of standing around because there's, again, not that much for them to do. And so I got to talk with them, and so that was really cool. So I shared with them how we'll be having some programming for them, and they're so excited about it. So yeah, they're all really sweet. Again, they come from, of course, the inner city Canton City schools, and some of them are from Hartford. A lot of them bring their younger siblings. So they're all really sweet, and they just want to have fun, and they want to feel loved, and you can see that. And some of them may be struggling with things at home, and sometimes that's obvious. But I think it's our jobs and the leadership team's job to kind of navigate through that and just be that person for them, to whether they need to vent or just for us to steer them in that right direction. So it's a lot of good opportunities there to just be a vessel and to just be the adult that we wanted when we were growing up.
Yeah. Yes. Located on 3rd Street in Southeast in Canton. What is the grocery shopping situation there? We're so worried about food deserts, and I know when grocery stores pick up and move, it makes it very difficult for people in a community to have access to things like food.
Yeah, that's been a struggle for such a long time, trying to get a decent store for people to shop and to eat instead of, all these dollar stores popping up.
Which are not that economical.
But they're all over the place. So I was able to get wind of some meetings that are going on to try to solve that somehow. So the first one is coming up, so I'm excited to see what's already in the works and if there is anything in the works. I know, I want to say Fresh Mart will be moving into the Old Fishers.
Wow.
So it will be like a food bank.
Yes.
So that'll be kind of cool. So it'll kind of, from what I've heard, replicate the Akron Food Bank. So we'll see how that goes.
It's so important because there's such a cycle of being able to do well. And school has so much to do with, did you have breakfast that morning?
Yeah.
And I know the Martin Center is also so good about taking care of meeting needs when there's going to be a stretch of vacation, like at Christmas time, if they're going to be closed for a couple of weeks, making sure that those kids have backpacks full of peanut butter and jelly and things to get them through.
Definitely. Because like I said, I mean, you just never know the home situation. Right. Realistically, we're in a impoverished area. So it sucks, but that's just kind of how it is. And so some of our kids, they go home and they do have food and their families are able to provide. But then for a lot of them, that's not the case. So as a community center, it's kind of, I feel like our obligation to try to stand in that gap as much as possible.
I've said this so many times. I'm not sure if you're aware, so let me tell one of my favorite stories is as far as crime in the area. It's like non-existent in the block of the Martin Center. There was somebody running for city council, and they had one of those, it had a little dot wherever, how they have those shot detectors, wherever there's been a shot ring out. They had a postcard, and it was just covered with dots wherever shots had rang out anywhere in the city. And there was this empty square right in the southeast section of that postcard that had 0 dots on it. Dots all around it. It was smothered with dots, except for that little square, which was the block of the Martin Center.
Oh, wow.
That was the Martin Center right there. So it was the perfect visual of what that is accomplishing just by existence there. The young people that are, because poverty does what it does, and because none of those kids signed up for that. Nobody has signed up to be born in the family they're born in and where they happen to be. But the hope that is offered for them that doesn't have to always be this way, and to discover who they are and who God says they are. That can make all the difference in a person's life, can it not?
Yes, and I love that story. I didn't know that.
Isn't that cool?
I plan to share that.
Just get your hands on one of those cards and just, here's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Very, very cool. I'm thinking of the young people that are involved in gangs because they need that feeling of family and belonging. And yet somehow, under that one roof, none of that goes through the doors inside. They leave all of that outside. Can you address how are they able to do that? I
don't know. I really feel like I I feel like it's just the atmosphere, and it's just something where the leaders, like, they make sure that, God is the one, and that's where we try to lead the kids to, even if it's just a small glimpse. And then again, that consistency. So I think, one, there's that trust, and two, there's just that safety of, okay, this is my place. So I feel like a lot of the kids feel like the Martin Center is their place to just be, have fun and be a kid.
And kids have found the Lord there, have they not?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's really cool to watch. It's really cool because, like I said, even though this position is new to me, because I've been blessed to be able to be around since it's been open, it's just really cool to see some of the transformations that the kids have made, because a lot of them now are adults. So it's really cool.
I'm thinking, Courtney, what are your goals now that you're in this spot? What would you like to be in maybe 5 years? What would you like to see happening?
5 years. So my goal, even just for the next year, is literally, because we do have that relationship, is to really get everything in structure. So, like, just the upkeep of the building, and adding on more programs, and just like being more available to the community we serve. So whatever that fits into our mission vision is what I want to be there. So, like, if we could just be like a huge resource. So I have so many things, like, pinned all over my office that hopefully will come to light soon. So we'll see.
How can we help you? What do you need?
Literally, if there is anyone who wants to volunteer for the food, if there's anyone who wants to give a donation or just come and be a part and get to know what we do and kind of relax with our kids a little bit, have fun. Like, we need more people, we need more money, and we need more food. So
all right,
any of those areas.
I think those are good areas. And I think that people listening can provide all of those things. So the best thing would be to come, take a tour, see it. It's amazing what they've done with that building. It is very cool. And tell us again where you're located and how we find out more.
So we are 1253 3rd Street Southeast, and you can find us on Facebook. You can contact me through email, courtney@tmccanton.org, or even my phone number, 330-265-9176.
It's the Martin Center. Courtney Chester, thank you for all you do in our community.
Appreciate it.